Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back again, of course, with another Paladins video. We're playing some 7. Today's going to be the exact same in the next updates. This video will still be relevant when Omen is out, but my builds for him have changed a little bit since the last upload, which was quite a while ago at this point. They're still based in the same thing with the reset on the F with the Q and the Q with the F, which I think will always be a staple unless they really change how this works. Bit of extra health, and then this is really the main new card here, Terror, which I didn't run before. I did actually play around with it quite a bit around his release a little bit afterwards, and I was sort of finalizing the direction for my build with 7 and stuff like I always do with new champions. But now the spot is sort of settled in where you can't hook people unless you go for the talent, and even then you can't hook front lines. It's a bit different than where he was originally. Gonna jump into target practice here real quick just to show you why I only run it level 2 and level 1, although I use this one, I'd say, a little bit more, because I have got it set up here with it at level 5, and it's just way too much. It actually has a bit of a downside, and I'll explain that. So I'll grab the standard setup here with it level 2, which is what I would consider the sweet spot, and some Chronos. So as you can see with the F, it's pretty freaking strong with the hook, and especially with the sort of reset setup here. Even though it is a little bit bugged, you can get 3, nearly 4 hooks off. This is a bit of a better spot to show you the hook, but if I grab here, you can see with level 2, the strength on that is kind of crazy, and if you go to level 5, it's just ridiculous. I'll actually take it off just to show you it like by default. You can definitely get away without running it. You're just kind of slow and a little bit easier to hit when you're moving around, but if you're on a small map, it's actually alright, and I ran it like this for ages. But after the changes, now that you can't hook people, you might as well buff it out and make it a little bit better. So if I switch to the one here with level 5, you'll see just how stupidly strong the hook is, because it just propels you and you pretty much always are going to hook, which is why it has a bit of a downside, because you don't always actually want to hit the wall. Sometimes you want a momentum carry and kind of move around with it, which is what I found myself doing quite often. But with this, it's kind of hard to do. You can do it, and the momentum is ridiculous with it level 5. I don't know how 25% is changing it so insanely. There must be something weird going on, because that definitely doesn't feel like 25%. Again, just to show you here, I can't even really chain them together because one takes me all the way to the end. The momentum carry on just one pull with that card level 5 is genuinely kind of insane, and it's too much. You actually will, a lot of the time when you're trying to do some movement, you'll just not be able to pull yourself far enough away like I did just there, and you'll kind of slam into the wall and you'll get less movement even though you're buffing it out more. Does that make sense? So that's why I ran it level 2. I did try 3 and 4 for a little bit, but it was just a tiny bit too much for some of the maps. I think 2 is the sweet spot, but you might want to run a variant of it or 2 just for, you know, the different maps and stuff. It feels really weak now compared to 5, but it's definitely enough for most maps, trust me. But yeah, I really do like 7 a lot, and I think the way he is at the moment is perfectly fine. They should maybe just work on his other playstyles other than the one that is sort of settled as the main one. But we've got Onslaught Magic's Archives, Ray, Betty, Lex, and Cassie up against another Betty, an Io, Tyra, Rom, and 7 do feel like they're kind of close to being good options. Tribunal could do with like a couple changes and it would be worth running. And Overcharge, I think if they just left you with 2 charges, or maybe like hyper power to the 1 charge you get somehow, it could be, you know, something. But spring loaded here, and then the standard setup with Chronos always feel a little bit squishy with 7, so I sometimes want to get damage reduction first. But we've got Focus, Impulse, Discovery, Fiery, Lifelink, Burn Monster, Subservience, Fiery again, and Tribunal on their 7. I'm just going to run around the side here and try and cause a mess in their backline. I did see the Tyra, but we're going to ignore it for a little minute. Just get shots on the Betty. Okay, definitely in a bit of a bad spot. We're going to reposition a bit, move around the side here. I'm going to queue this way. Hello, enemy 7. I absolutely messed that one up. Can I actually land a shot? My god, my aim this morning. Hold on, let's just lock in a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm actually not doing like terrible damage wise, but I feel like I'm positioning myself terribly. That was not what I wanted to do, but it's alright. We're down here now anyway. There's a Q, there's another F, Q sort of combo. Either I think getting the Unstoppable. We're going to go behind a little bit. Hello, Rom. I can't really deal with him because obviously we are a flanker. You can't really shift enough to fully deal with like a tank and a one-on-one. I feel like as 7, unless you're really pulling out the moves and stuff, I reckon you're going to have a bit of a hard time against like a tank like a Rom who's just going to blast you. But if you're moving around and being annoying, sort of like a hyper-mobile, more aggressive Talus kind of, I think that does work really well. You can go in for sure. Your damage output is really solid if you're landing your shots, unlike me apparently. Jump up, pop the ult, see if we can get a mark or 2. I don't know really what the plan is. I did get a mark up there, right? We did hit the IO, maybe not. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to queue away and dash around a bit. That's a Luna stun that didn't hit me, and somehow I'm up. Definitely one of the more scuffed games I've played with 7, mainly just because my accuracy right now, and I think the extra pull string is actually kind of messing me up, just because even though I play with it quite a bit, I'm not used to it on these sort of enclosed maps where I'm a little bit, you know, less movable. I'm trying to focus like the Rom a little bit. I think I might be dead here. Maybe we can get away. Can it really close? I've run back to spawn like 5 times. I'm going in dealing damage, but I have to just get out because I'm like 2k health here. It really is just the fact that their output is kind of crazy. I'm bursting through the Rom. I think it would have an okay damage stat, but I'm having to run away and escape I think quite a bit more than I usually would with 7, just because, as you saw there with Betty, it takes like 2 or 3 hits and I'm just out. The problem is here, this map is like so enclosed that it's kind of hard for me to actually get enough space to do anything interesting and like move around a bit. My God, missing so many shots on the turret. Can we finish her off? She goes back to spawn. There we go. Actually landed the entire burst. Nice. We're kind of locking down the point actually. We're sort of ahead. We are winning here, but it feels like only by a little bit. Get some damage here on the ROM. Just going to push in on him. There we go. You do have pretty goddamn good damage with the burst mode. Your automatic mode is fine. They've tried to make the other ones a little bit more appealing, but pretty much everybody seems to just stick into the burst form for 7. 7 with the ult. Big damage there on the Betty. That's a turret as well. What am I doing? We're just going to move around like this. Yeah, just stay away from everything because there's just way too much damage going about. Hello, IO. We got Luna stand here, or is she out of range? I think she's out of range. We nearly killed her. Pop the ult, dip down a little bit. There's a 2-man mark. Nice. 7's ult is insanely cheesy and really, really horrible to go against. I've talked about that loads in other videos, and even though I'm playing him now, I'm still going to complain about it because 7's ult is maybe a little bit ridiculous. It's a little bit too good. My god, the damage from the mines there. Betty just getting shredded. He's been nerfed so many times and he's still so goddamn strong. The team here is really, really grooved. We're actually doing alright. We are behind by a little bit. We did have a bit of a lead. I'm going to try and finish off that Tyra. My god, the aim when you're just like jumping around is kind of ridiculous and hard to follow. I'm going to just jump through, Q across. Is she sitting in the corner? She is. Words. There's a F over, Q over. Hello, Betty. We're going to pull over this way. Trying to get in the back line. I am also just so mobile that it's kind of hard to settle and like actually lock in to get my shots. We're getting some damage here on the IO. She's ready though. Going to Q across. I don't know what I'm doing. We finished her though. Nice. I'm going to pull back up. Oh my god, the movement, the schmovement, it's happening, we're out. Oh my god, just about. Really close. Okay, pull in, got the ult, let's see if we can pop it here. Go off, kind of crazy. That's a 2-man. Betty's up there, safe. That's their 7 ulting me. Okay, I did just get like really hard counterplayed. I don't know what the team's doing. I can't really check. I think Cassie ulted. I thought Betty was maybe going to pop it, but that they're all kind of safe. Doesn't matter. There we go. There is the defeat. A pretty good showcase for 7, but I had to play really sort of skittish, if that's the right word there. I had to consistently retreat and go back to spawn because anytime I tried to put myself into like a position to deal damage, they would hit me really, really hard. If you look at the stats there, we did fine. I think a big reason why I felt more pressure is because we didn't have a front line and I was sort of getting, you know, attacked. I thought there wasn't somebody there to sponge damage. Cassie out damaged me, so did the Betty, and so did the Ray. Props to her. She could have done a better job healing for sure. She was definitely focused on damage. Alright, so for game 2 we've got a sort of similar thing here. No tank on our side again, but luckily they don't have one either. Onslaught, Foreman's Rise, Sky, Genos, Betty and Kazumi. Their side has an Amani, Genos again, Andro, Evie, Grover. Let's go for the exact same thing. Better map for it for sure. Fiery, Debilitate, Power Cosmium, Spirit Bomb, Rampant, Wormhole, Luminary, Defiant Fist, Pyromania, which is going to be kind of annoying. This out there for the Andro. I guess we can pull up. It's a little bit annoying sometimes having the extra jump pull strength because it can mess you up. Pull away here, away from Evie, Q across. Andrew's still just here. He is. I don't have any of my kit though, so I'm dead. Seems like the entire team's on the bottom. I'm going to try that one again. We're going to pull up. Oh my god, that was jank. But alright, Amani taps onto there. Just get some shots on the Andrew. Well-turned Jones will pull all the way across. My god, my aim. Why is it so bad? Why am I like just not landing my hits today? Evie, just get out. There's a triple. Chat's team for giving me a hand there. We'll pull across. Hello, Genos. So Grover, don't know why I try and pull people in with the F because it doesn't do that anymore and it hasn't for a really long time. I'm just going to leave because I feel like if I don't, I'm dead. I'm on 200 health. We're going to try another pull. There we go. Q across. We're back. Pop the ult stop from going in. That's like a 3-man fear. Nice. No one with the team though. Didn't get rid of the Grover even. I don't know why everybody on my team in both of these games today has just played so safe. I'm not going to give them any crap for it. They're doing fine. I just seem to be going in and no one else on my team pushes in with me, so I'm kind of just like soloing it. We're going to Q forward. There's an F. I don't have enough Cronus to get the full reset. We need to get more Cronus going. I was trying to do the FQ. That for me at least is really the nerf I feel with him, is just not being able to do that spam combo as much unless you have full Cronus. It's kind of smooth when you do have full Cronus, but otherwise you used to kind of just be able to do it by default until they nerfed the cooldowns and stuff. I can't remember what it was, if the cards or if they nerfed the base stuff, but we're just going to pull around a little bit here. Be kind of silly, I guess is the descriptor. There's another Q. They did? They're both still up. How did I kill neither of them? I think they were both on 1 health. I was trying to do the Q, but it seems like my mines half the time just don't go down anymore. I don't know why. Get rid of the Amani here. We went all the way around. There we go. I think Sky did too. She's playing really well. Got to give her props. We'll get some damage here on the Andro. Never mind. I think I'm going to Q across and then F over. Just going to sit here for a minute. I guess I could go for the ult too, right? Which you can do when you're invis. I always forget that you can. Can you pull when you're in your ult? No. Don't know why I'm really just not knowledgeable about 7's like ult and stuff. I guess it's because I kind of didn't really like it for a little while, but Andrew's gone. We're moving around a lot. We're being annoying. I'm having fun. That's kind of the main thing, really, even though stats-wise I'm going to do worse, I think, a lot of the team here. Gotta say, also, the recoil on his burst mode has always annoyed me. I don't know why it's the way it is, but it's definitely on purpose, because I also would have changed it. It's just always a little bit scuffed. It seems like my mines are also just despawning, or they're exploding. I don't know. We killed Andrew somehow. I'm not going to complain. It's just really jank today. Push in a bit, get some damage on him here. I don't know really what I should do. I'm going to just Q across, and then we'll pull up and try and fight him over this way. We'll just drop down, Q again. Grover just here. I'm dead. Okay, we killed him. Q up. Stick on the wall. What's happening? Pull over and then ult and see if we can get like a double mark here. There we go. Nice little Q. F for the reset, but even with full credits, it does have a little bit of a delay. I'm glad that it's not as spammy as before, but man, I kind of miss being able to just ridiculously chain his kit. But the nerfs, yeah, makes sense. I talked about that already. Hits here on the Imani. She's out. Hello, Andro. There's the Q across. There's a pull. There's a Q. If you just have a tiny bit of time between them anyway, you can still pull it off. It's just you can't go back and forth like instantly. Jonas is gone. Hello, Andro. Don't have the pull up. What am I doing? He's going to clear me. Fair enough. Grab some more Haven. Seems like the team's got it covered though. These guys are honestly shredding, sitting on the point. I am being annoying. I'm doing my job here as 7 for sure. She's going to go ahead and do something. We're going to hook. Okay, I think all of it comes together for me to make 7 feel just like a little bit best consistent with his weapon. Like when you're moving and jiggling back and forth, for some reason with 7, the burst mode is really hard to utilize, at least for me. It's probably just a me problem, to be honest, but just something I've noticed. There goes Andrew, and there is the victory. A much better showcase, although a very similar sort of thing that I had to do in that one because we didn't have a tank, but it felt more even. I think overall that was a much better showcase for him, even though it's super similar to what we did in the first game. Like I said, 13,566k is pretty much the same stat, but compared to everybody else, it looks much better. We had about 50% more damage than most people. Shouts to Betty and Jones there for playing the point so much. It was a big reason why I was able to move around and play so crazy. He really is kind of the king of movement at the moment. There's not many people that I can think of that have more ability to just fly around open areas of the map, and that's definitely way more, you know, an option and noticeable because of the card. Level 2, you don't think it makes a difference, but honestly that 10% is super noticeable. Go ahead and try it out for yourself if you didn't play with this one before, or if you did, mess around with the levels and you'll really see something weird feels like it's happening with that card, where it's just so freaking insanely effective. And yeah, also like I said at the start, he's in a really good spot at the moment. He's definitely not as OP as he once was, with being able to just do the crazy reset. The cooldown changes over time and all the other things they've done to him really have pulled him back into a position where he feels relatively fair, although still has some cheese. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me next, your thoughts on 7 where he is at the moment. I'll see you guys all, of course, very, very soon. And as always, stay frosty.